Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing another game of Total War Warhammer. I'm the Strategy Professor. It's going to be a multiplayer game. Not quite sure who I'm going to play yet, but I'll get in there in just a second. Before I get in there, I just wanted to say a couple of things about the upcoming patch and, the frequency of my videos and things like that. So, there's a new patch that's coming out tomorrow. It should be pretty sweet. They are nerfing health pots. They are nerfing the cost of flying lords. They're nerfing the density of some flying lords, which should help with the charge impact damage that they do, and it should let your units hold them down a lot better, particularly the Bretonnians. And they're nerfing the amount of heroes that you can run to 3 instead of 4. So all of these are going to be very important. I think this will, to some extent, diminish the power of the Empire. I think Empire is still going to be quite strong. But these factors together should knock them down a peg. They're also nerfing the power of magic missiles, so that means Shim's Burning Gaze and the Gaze of Nagash are getting some significant balancing changes. So, Empire can't snipe as well, they can't fly as well, they can't heal as well with their lords. They also are nerfing greatswords just a little bit, just kind of slapping them on the wrist. So, Empire's still going to be good, but I think they're not going to be unequivocally or almost unequivocally the best faction anymore. I think Greenskins are actually going to benefit from this the most because the Goblin Big Boss rather is a pretty terrible hero, to be honest. Like, he can have potions, but his potions and that hero are much worse than basically the heroes of almost any other faction. Like, they're just not that good. They have low leadership. They're useful. I run them because, they have potions, but they're not really that good. So nerfing everyone else's heroes along with the Goblin Big Boss is a fine trade, because Greenskins are going to be great with that. One of the major problems with Greenskins is flying lords with potions. If you've watched a ton of my Greenskin games, you know that Bretonnian Empire are a huge problem with this. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Now, they did say they might nerf the Night Goblin Shaman a little bit. Jury's kind of out to see how strong that is. But my initial impressions are that the Greenskins will be very strong. They're also nerfing Undead indirectly. I talked about Gaze of Nagash, but they're changing all healing, so not just potions. But they say that healing is going to scale now. There's going to be a maximum amount that a unit can heal based on its initial health value. So I'm not quite sure what that means exactly, but I imagine that's also going to affect the regeneration of things like Crypt Horrors and the use of Overcasted Nahek, that massive healing thing that that undead do, and also necromancers. So we'll see. It's a lot of interesting changes. I like them all so far. We'll see how it plays out. They also have a few buffs for dwarfs and also for riflemen for the Empire to some extent. So the armor-piercing missile infantry units, and that should help out versus flying lords too. At least that's the hope. So Greenskins don't have that, so that might leave Greenskins in the dust. We'll see, but it's going to be really good if it helps out dwarves, because I want to play the dwarves more. I like them. I know people on this channel really love dwarves, and I want to play them, and I will play them. But it would be cool if I could just win more games while I play them at the same time. So hopefully that's going to be a thing. So moving on, I'll let you know as soon as I get the details of the patch. Usually they sneak in some changes that aren't mentioned in the patch notes. For example, a couple of patches ago, they changed the skill tree for every faction to nerf super hard the very final skill in the middle tree. Used to give plus 34 melee defense and plus 34 attack on everybody, and they just sort of sneaky went in there and just changed it to plus 34 defense on most people, which made it a pretty garbage cooldown. So a lot of times they will do these kind of sneaky adjustments that they don't tell people about. So I will try to investigate and tell you about as many of those as I can find, both in the campaign map and in multiplayer, and then I'll give you my final verdict on multiplayer as I start playing more. Okay, other thing that I wanted to mention is that I just want to apologize and just kind of explain why I haven't put up a lot of campaign videos or other videos over the past couple of days. School just started, and I'm really involved with my classes. I spend a ton of time on my classes, and even meeting with students. I'm helping a student, set up an organization, a volunteer organization on campus right now. I help students write letters of recommendation and help them edit, documents they submit for scholarships, for grad school, law school, things like that. I'm very involved both in the classroom and outside the classroom. So, I'm probably going to have to scale back a little bit on the videos as school goes, as school sort of unfolds, the semester unfolds. But I should still be able to give you, 3 to 5 videos per day. But if it's something, if I get a huge load of papers that I have to grade, or at the very start of the semester, you know, I was up for 30 hours straight trying to finalize my syllabus and meeting with students, and I'm just getting everything set up for the first start of my classes. That's why I haven't put up as much over the last couple of days. So I hope you'll forgive me with that. I know I lost some subs off of that. You know, it's just not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Obviously my responsibilities of an educator come before the channel, but I will still keep up with all of the campaigns. But if I'm ever running a little bit behind, that could be a reason. I'm also going out of town for Labor Day weekend, so that's this coming Saturday through Monday. Now I'm going to try to make a ton of videos tomorrow and Friday and just release like just a bonanza of videos, you know, like 10 or 15 videos or something on Friday, but then there won't be any more over the weekend. So I haven't forgotten you. I'm just trying to give you a lot of videos up front because I'm not going to be able to post over those 3 days. So I hope you'll understand that as well. And finally, the last thing that I want to mention, then we'll get in here and do a quick battle, is that you know, I noticed in my Dwarf number 8 video that it got 2 downvotes, and both were from subscribers. And this really makes me sad. I mean, 2 downvotes doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it's a really big deal when I only have just a few views and only 5 likes on the video. It signals to YouTube that it could potentially be bad content. And, you know, I don't mind getting down votes if I understand why the video is poor, or if it's just random people that just aren't satisfied and they're just having a bad day and they just want to downvote my videos. I get that, that's fine. But, you know, I'm trying to really build a community where I communicate with subscribers and try to give you guys and gals the content that you want, the content that you enjoy. And I didn't see any comments about the video that appeared to be negative. No one sent me any messages. And so I really don't know why people downvoted the video, and that's what gets me, because I want to change. If you don't like something about a video, just tell me and I'll do my best to change it. You know, I assume it probably had something to do with Net of Amantak or Flying Lords or something like that, but I don't know for sure. That's how the Empire plays. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but I know I can't please everybody, but I want to please as many people as possible, so just communicate with me. You know, if you want to see a different kind of content, just let me know. That's why I run all of these different campaigns and all these different multiplayer battles, because each faction has a different style. So if you don't like Flying Lords, go check out my Greenskin campaign. You know, because there's no Flying Lords in Greenskins. And I rant and rave about Flying Lords in Greenskins, so if you want a partner in crime, someone to complain about Flying Lords, that's your campaign. Or that's your multiplayer sequence, because I feel you on that. I know that it can be very annoying. But there is counterplay to it with some people, and you have to do that as Empire. That's your strength, at least for now, are the Flying Lords. So I didn't snipe a character out, and that one, I'm just really not sure. So just communicate with me and let me know. Some people have. I know some subs have been very, you know, vocal, and I appreciate that, and helpful in saying they didn't like the corner camping with dwarves, so I stopped the corner camping. They told me, I don't like it when you use 4 heroes, if they're all the same thing, so I stopped using 4 heroes. You know, now usually I only use 3 heroes, and in many cases, like with the Greenskins, I only use 2 heroes. You know, they said dial it back on the pots, so I dialed it back on the pots. You know, a lot of times I won't use any more than just 2 heroes that have the pots, and I'll probably use even less if they change the pots around in this patch. So I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to negotiate. Really, I truly am, and I want to. I want to show you the kind of videos that you want to see. You know, on the other side of the coin, though, I have to be competitive. Like, I have to win games. So I can't handicap myself to the point where I'm not going to be able to win games, because people get upset if I lose a lot of games, too, right? Like, people downvote losses, or they'll unsubscribe if I lose, or they just won't watch any more videos if they're a first-time viewer, because they'll be like, oh, this guy sucks. He doesn't even know that you should use potions on lords. Or, oh, this guy sucks. You know, he doesn't even know that you can use a wizard with Net of Amantak, or something like that. Right? And they won't realize that I'm handicapping myself because viewers want me to do it. So I'm trying to balance, I'm trying to negotiate to where I can be competitive and put on a good show, and also convince new viewers that my content is worth watching, while at the same time, you know, trying to avoid things that, you know, a lot of my community here of subs thinks is exploitative or anti-fun. So I'm trying to strike a balance between those two, and I hope you can appreciate that. But the main thing is just communicate with me. You know, if you don't like content, you know, you have every right to downvote, but it just makes me very sad when I don't understand why, because then I don't know what to fix. So I might keep doing it, and then I might, you know, lose subscribers, or you know, you might keep getting dissatisfied with my videos. So just please let me know what you want, what I can change, and I'll do the best that I can to help you out. So that's just my message there. Okay, let's get into a battle here. Sorry for the lengthy preamble, but those are just some things that I wanted to get out of the way. And I want to play Greenskins here. I'm just feeling like a Greenskins game right now, so we'll see what I get. I want to try out some new builds. But I will probably post this up, whether it's a win or a loss, just because I want to put in that initial, 5 minutes or whatever that I just did to explain those things. And it's probably going to be out of order. The number will look like, Greenskins number 29 or something when I haven't released the other ones. But I just want to get those PSAs out of the way there. Okay. Let's see what he picks. I'm really hoping it's not Empire or Bretonia. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Greenskins are just not good against Bretonia and Empire. I think this is a pretty even, fair match all around. And I've been wanting to try out this new build also against Undead. I'll just explain it really quickly. So, it's basically just all savages because they're immune to psychology and an Arachnarok spider. So I just have to control the Blood Knights off of the Arachnarok so they can't take it down. And then the rest of this should work fine. There's a good chance he's going to snipe out my Goblin. Do I have the boar? I do have the boar. Okay, good. There's a good chance he's going to snipe out my Goblin. I'll go ahead and start. Make sure he doesn't switch at the last second. I've had somebody do that to me. In fact, the last Greenskins video on the channel, somebody did that to me. So whenever you press start, you need to watch and make sure they don't switch, because if they switch factions, you have to press not ready within 5 seconds, or it'll start and you have to face that new faction that you weren't ready to face. So that's pretty exploitative, and I had someone do that to me. I did win the game. Spoiler, I guess, for the last video, but just be aware of that. It can be annoying. So the goal here is just to have everybody, like as many people as possible, be immune to terror and fear, but mostly terror. Because terror will win games for people. I'll tell you that right now. Terror wins games. I lost a Greenskins game, a pretty recent one, I think somewhere in the 20s, because an Arachnarok, or no, I was Empire, and they were Greenskins, because the Arachnarok got into my line. It had already run away. It came back, got into my line, and just terrorized like 6 of my units. And I just couldn't recover from it. Because when your units are terrored, they run away, and the enemy, of course, gets a ton of free hits on them. It's basically like they're stunned, and the enemy gets just a ton of extra kills on them. The terror is an extremely strong psychological effect, and Empire doesn't have a lot of great ways to deal with it. That's why I like playing vampire counts into Empire. Okay. We'll just put all these guys in here, and then I can just manually select the big ones and put them into their cavalry. This guy, group 2. We're just gonna run at him. To start. Now it's possible I just don't even need to use my Night Goblin early because I don't want him to snipe him, so he's hidden until it says he's revealed. Here we go. See what he has for me here. Okay, he has quite the Air Force. Airgeist. I don't have a lot of anti-air, but I think I can still beat him up. Graveguard, Graveguard, lots of Graveguard. Just all Graveguard, basically. Does he? No Knights. He just has a Necromancer. What's flying? Manfred. Okay, yeah, I should be able to take this, I think. I don't want to reveal this Goblin until the last moment possible because I don't want him to get sniped. I think we should be able to take this out. We'll see. Those, I have to be careful because those dragon things deal bonus damage to large. Now my Savage, where are my Biggins? My Biggins are in the middle. So I want these into the Graveguard. I don't have a lot of good things for him to snipe. He's going to try to snipe him. Run. Run, 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 run. Didn't make it. That's alright. I can use a potion here in a second. What's he casting there? Is he casting another one? Just on a random... Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna surround him. We're gonna try to get all the way around to the back here. Let's go ahead and pop one of these on him, just to make sure he's healed up. We're gonna do it this way. Get in there. Alright, that's done. We're going to go ahead and pop a wall. What's he aiming for? Okay, he's just aiming for some of those things. I'm fine. I just want to kill his Graveguard. He can keep the big monsters. Now, see, Terror... Well, Terror's not affecting him that much. He's about to lose his Necromancer. Let's get back in there. Need to get him out of there. Yeah, I mean, he's completely surrounded. Just have to make sure I keep rotating people in and just closing in on him. I take like maybe one or two more hits with my boss, and then I've got to buff him up. I just want to keep an eye on him. Alright, I've got 12 seconds on wall. Actually, let's just swing stay on that, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a potion. I don't want to risk getting killed here. Yeah, I mean, if he just wants to sit here and just let me, like, surround him, like, completely surround him with Black Orcs, I'm going to be able to beat him up with that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you really can't do that as the vampire counts. You have to, like, flank and take advantage of some of your air units. Like, his big units are dying last, and that's really what you want to focus on, too, especially in this patch. I'm not sure if it'll be in the next patch, but, you really want to focus on going for the smaller units just to break the overall morale of the army. See, he's dead there. That was a cool concept. It was original. I liked it. But... a close victory? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I don't even know what a decisive victory is. I mean... I guess he killed some, like, orcs, but... I don't know. I don't know. Like, it seemed pretty dang decisive to me. Like, we just completely had him pinned in. Like, it was a cool army. I just don't think there was enough diversity there, unfortunately. He didn't have enough bodies, is the problem. So he let me just get a complete surround on him and just work my way in, you know, just pinch him in. And you just can't do that. You can't let the orcs completely surround you and just spam sneaky stabbing and itchy nuisance. They're just going to destroy you. You have to at least try to knock out that goblin. He should have used, instead of that death wind thing that he threw me, which really didn't do a lot of damage, he should have just sniped my goblin, honestly, with another... If he had the mana for it, he should have used his double tap on the goblin. It's not really worth it to use it on the orc boss. It, you know, kind of forces me to use a potion, maybe. Like, I even got to wait for a little while before using the potion. Because it costs 18 mana. It's a lot of mana. Like, that's almost your entire mana pool. So if you're going to be using that much mana, you really need to kill something. And he should have waited for my Night Goblin. Now, he didn't see my Night Goblin because I was walking, and the Night Goblin has stealth until people get really close to it. So I was deliberately keeping it out of view. But I think he needed... I'm not really sure. Like, I like the idea. Graveguard are really good. Into... You know... into Black Orcs. But... I feel like he just needed, like, some zombies or something. He needed to definitely charge cycle more with the Terrorgeist. Like, he just landed those and just let him just stick into the fight. But he needed to definitely, like, go to the outside and then just flank in. And just, like, keep cycling charges. And he did a pretty good job of focusing Savage Orcs on the backline and the normal Orcs. Like, if he would have just backed out and charge cycled a little bit more, I think he would have had a better chance. Now, the terror from these would normally be quite good, but everyone here is psychology immune, except for the Night Goblin Shaman and the Orc War Boss. But they have pretty high leadership, so they're kind of hard to terrorize. But everything else is immune to terror. Whereas if I had had normal Orc Boys or normal Biggins, they would have been terrorized and they would have run. But these are all just just all-out psych immune, and the Ragnarok Spider already causes terror, so that means it's immune to terror. So, overall, I like it. I think the Greenskins are favored in this matchup. I win a lot versus Vampire Counts when I play Greenskins. I win a lot versus everything except for Empire and Bretonnia when I'm Greenskins, which those two factions are quite popular, especially Empire. But I don't really know. I don't have a good solution. Like, I think I have a pretty good playstyle there. I don't like boars against the Vampire Counts because, you know, a lot of times they have so many anti-large units. They can use Skeleton Spears. A lot of people don't run those, but they can almost always have Blood Knights, and those just slaughter boars. And these actually have a nice bonus versus large too, so these would have done very well against boars. So I don't want a lot of large units. I just run this one Ragnarok Spider. It's my only large unit, and generally I have it pinned in the middle of a huge melee pile, so it's very difficult to surround. It's very difficult to get to, because if I see something like, you know, Blood Knights trying to run for it, then I can run out of the pile with these Savage Orcs and shield for them a lot of times. So, she did quite well. She got 87 kills. I'm not quite sure if that justifies, you know, the 2,000 gold cost, but she's just solid. Like, gets a lot of kills, tanks a lot of damage, causes terror, causes poison. Those arrows shoot other things other than the target that you're locked onto, so it spreads poison to multiple targets. She just has a lot of utility. I just feel like most games, if she stays up, I win. Well, obviously, you know, because they're going to kill her if they're going to beat me. But I just feel like if I can protect her and she stays alive, I just win the game. Like, she doesn't have the most phenomenal stats in the world. 87's pretty good. But that's more than two of these Black Orcs, and they cost more. Now, it's not more than these two, but it's about the average that the Black Orcs, 2 battalions of Black Orcs did. So, I don't know. I like her. I think she has utility. I think she's very good at soloing lords also. So if it comes down to the wire at the end and she has to fight a lord or a giant or something like that, she has a staggering hit. She can knock people back pretty far. She's very good at knocking back things like Gorbulls also. So, and she's just very tanky. She can take a lot of punishment because she has 150 armor. So if they don't have a ton of armor piercing, which I don't think they do, I don't remember if the Terrorgeist has a lot or not. If the Graveguard certainly don't, then yeah, she can do a lot of work. That's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for the, you know, early preamble, but I just wanted to get that out there because I just wanted to explain why I was missing. I didn't want you to think I'd abandoned you, and, you know, I'm hoping that people will be patient with me. I know that, you know, the hardcore, like, dedicated members that are commenting, or at least I think, you know, you guys and gals will stick with me, and I definitely appreciate that. Just being patient with me. You know, I am 33. I do teach college courses. You know, I do have a wife. We have to go out of town occasionally. You know, I do have friends, and things like that. So there might be, you know, some times when I can't post, you know, the 3 to 5 videos every day. You know, most days I post 3 to 5 videos. That's so much. Like most other YouTubers out there, you know, a lot of people post 1, maybe 2 videos per day. I do 3 to 5. Like, that's a crazy amount. Come on, let's be honest. That's a lot, considering everything else that's going on. So I'm trying to dedicate myself to you. And I'm going to learn how to put more bells and whistles on it too. So I'm going to learn how to do some video editing, put a little subscribe button in there, maybe show a camera of me. Although I do play late at night quite a lot, and I don't think I look particularly good in sort of the blue light that I have off my computer screen. I do have some lighting in here, but I could maybe try to tinker with it and see if I could get something that looks okay. But I will try to add in some more bells and whistles soon. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, please check out the other videos. As I said, this is going to be posted out of order. But I guess since a new patch is coming out, I can just release all of the Greenskin videos, just all of the multiplayer videos that I have. I have a stash of them just stored away that I've been releasing slowly over time, just so that I have something to release on days when I'm super busy and I just don't have time to make a lot of videos. But, you know, it's going to be largely antiquated because the new patch is going to change a lot with multiplayer. So I might as well release it now so that you can enjoy the old patch one final time, and then we'll move on to the new patch. So I still have like 4 Empire videos, I think, and probably 6 Greenskin videos that I can release. So I'm just gonna, guys, once I get out of classes today, I still have to do a little bit of prep work for classes. I just want to sneak this in there. It's a little PSA. But as soon as I get back later tonight, I'll just release them all. And then we'll just start fresh tomorrow, and I'll give you some great coverage on what I think of the new multiplayer once I check everything else, what I think of the new campaigns. I'll release a lot of stuff tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please watch the rest of the content on the channel. We have a ton of Greenskins, have a lot of Empire, a lot of Dwarves, and then we have a little sprinkle of Chaos, Beastmen, and Bretonnia. Let me know if you want to see me play a faction. I know I haven't played Bretonnia in a while. I haven't played Beastmen in a while, or Chaos for that matter. So if you want to see a specific thing and I'm just not playing it, just let me know. Just let me know, and I'm more than happy to play some games with it. I just, you know, lately I've just been playing Greenskins because they're a lot of fun. Like, they're my favorite. I think they're strategically complex. I think they're very balanced. I think they have counterplay. But they're just a lot of fun to play. And I play Empire too. Empire's the best currently as of this patch. But I'm really worried to play more Empire because I don't want more downvotes. Because I think people just think some aspects of them are cheesy. Like with the orcs, I don't hero snipe anything. You know, I don't have any flying lords. I think people think the orcs have a lot more street cred. And I like the orcs. I really do. They're a lot of fun to play. Also like the orc campaign. If you haven't checked out the orc campaign, it's a ton of fun to play. It's not what you would think. Like, there's very complicated diplomacy early on in that campaign. Like, it's a ton of fun. You're just like, what? When I went in, I was thinking orcs are not going to have any diplomacy. Why do they even have diplomacy options? They want to fight everybody. Everybody hates them. But there are very interesting diplomatic options, particularly early in the campaign. And it's very challenging. We get into some trouble early on in the campaign. We have to fight our way through it. So I think it's a very exciting and fun campaign. It's still very challenging. I just lost a major fight just a few episodes ago. The Greenskins. We're not going to lose the campaign. We're still in a very good place, but it'll surprise you. Like, it's a very challenging, good campaign. I know some people may have thought it was just going to be a face roll, easy campaign with those WAs and just running around auto-resolving, but because I don't abuse the auto-resolve system, it actually makes it quite fun and challenging. So do check it out if you like the Greenskins. It's a lot of fun. And check out the other campaigns as well. We have campaigns for everything except for Chaos. A ton of episodes. It should be enough to keep anyone busy for quite a while. And they're all pure campaigns, so there's no auto-resolve abuse, no assassinating lords on the campaign map unless it's for a quest. And I deliberately seek out challenging fights just for entertainment, just for fun, just for challenge. So I don't just sit in a base and like wait until I have the perfect army before I step out and go fight things. I fight challenging fights. Not to the point of being reckless most of the time. Sometimes I definitely make some mistakes with my engagements, but I think for the most part it's pretty measured aggression, and it makes for really good fights that are down to the wire and are a lot of fun to watch, but still let us remain competitive in the overall campaign. So do check out all that content. There's a ton on the channel. If you're new. And just keep in mind some of the things that I said earlier. You know, if you feel like downvoting something and that's your prerogative, absolutely go for it, do it. That's your right as a YouTube user. But I would just very kindly ask that you also, just either comment and, as politely as you can, just say, what you're disappointed in, with the video, and if you can, make some suggestions for how you would like to see me fix it. What do you want to see me do? I've had people in the past, there have been people that have said, you know what? I really don't like this aspect of the video. Maybe you could try this out. That type of thing. And I'm more than happy to do it. Or, you know, maybe instead of downvoting, you could ask me and see if I change, see if I'm willing to adapt, and then if I'm not, give me, you know, just give me a couple of warnings here and then downvote if you want. Or if you don't like the particular series, you don't like Flying Lords, don't watch Empire. Go watch Greenskins or something like that. Go watch Chaos. I don't use Flying Lords in those places. So I think I have something to suit everybody's tastes on the site as much as possible. But I'll do anything I can to suit even more taste. Just let me know what it is. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, stay tuned for more content. We'll have a lot more coming for you soon. And have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next time.